This is going to be a fairly tough video to make, I think. But I'm going to do it anyway. And let's see where this goes. Low/depressed mood. Well, I'm not sure whether you could call it that, but I have certainly noticed in myself that it's very difficult for me right now to become enthused about anything. You might think this is funny for somebody who produces so many movies on YouTube, and indeed, this is something that enthuses me, but I find it difficult to find any sort of enthusiasm outside this. But all in all, I can't say that I feel, for example, sad or anything like that. That certainly isn't the case. But I'm not exactly jumping around for joy either. And I would characterize my mood as a bit below normal, maybe. But overall, within myself I feel happy enough. Difficult. But let's carry on. Lack of energy. Wow, now there you're hitting the nail on the head, my friends. Lack of energy, that sums me up right now. I'm finding it very difficult to get myself to do anything. To prop myself up and kick myself in the ass and say, go on and do this, that or the other. Yeah, that is definitely a tick. Melancholia? Nah. No. Nah. Feelings of little or no worth. Well, that depends. That depends. I mean, there's certainly areas in which I do feel I can contribute to a large extent, and in which I certainly don't feel worthless. Thankfully, my family is in that area, and the things I do here I'm fairly proud of. But do I feel like I am fulfilled in my job? No. Not in the least. And I've noticed myself slipping into thought patterns, even about thinking about moving job, for example. And slipping into thought patterns, thinking like, who would want somebody like me? My skill set isn't up to the marketplace and what it demands at the moment. And rationally, I know that that's nonsense, because my skill set is well and truly able for what people are looking for at the moment. And yet, I'm finding it hard to convince myself of that. So, even though that's not generally true, I'd have to tick feelings of little or no worth. Sleeping disorder, oh yeah. Oh yeah. There are nights where I can't get to sleep. And they've been happening lately. Withdrawal, yep. And being unable to cope with daily tasks, that's probably the biggest task of all. The biggest tick of all. And what does that add up to according to this leaflet? Depression. Interesting. Well, it's always difficult to admit something like this to yourself, but that's think this is the point where we'd have to do that. And even though I don't tick all the boxes, I'm taking a lot more than I would feel comfortable with. And I think the diagnosis is not that far off the mark. That's the leaflet that came with the medicines I got from the doctor, who obviously does seem to share this assessment. What I decided to do is, I decided to record this, even if it's only to see my own progress over the next couple of weeks. This apparently takes a couple of weeks to really take effect. And I'd like to make a record of how I'm progressing in those couple of weeks. Always a scientist, eh? So I'll keep you posted. I'm going to let you know what happens next.